And hello YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan. Once again, bringing you my thoughts and review for last night's episode of Arrow Season 6, Episode 23, and the season finale. Now, before I begin, spoilers if you haven't seen the episode, so be warned. So, this episode basically has Oliver teaming up with his team, you know, Dinah, Wild Dog, Mr. Terrific, Felicity, and also with the FBI to try to take down Ricardo Diaz once again. And pretty much he kind of does and he kind of doesn't. And on one hand, he takes down his informants, you know, all the cops, you know, the road cops who were working for him, all the people who were working for him, you know, in Central City, in Starling City, excuse me. And he does that, and then, you know, Diaz decides he wants to make an example. He needs to do something to get rid of the FBI, because apparently he's afraid to get caught by the FBI. So he decides to use Laurel as a shield and telling Quentin to, yeah, since you're the mayor, I want you to make a press of telling the FBI to go away, disappear, and your daughter won't be hurt. Obviously, Quentin goes and tries to save her. He ends up getting shot, and then the whole fight breaks out. Obviously, we kind of figure at this point where the first time, you know, Oliver fights Diaz, he was going to get his butt whooped, even though I think Diaz kind of cheated. In my opinion, he did. So, I mean, of course, in the second time, he was going to fight him again. Oliver basically kicked his ass like there was no tomorrow, like he always does. No big surprise there. And of course, at the end of the episode, Diaz escapes. And he wasn't really like, oh, I'll catch you next time, like a helicopter picks him up or something. No, he literally gets attacked by Laurel, who screams, who uses her canary cry, and smacks him across the water, and he falls over the ledge, and he goes into the water, disappearing, obviously. So we're going to see him come back for the next season, which is cool because he's such a cool character. But man, that guy got beat. I mean, the ending where you see him, he's all bruised and battered, and he's very angry. And also we get to see at the end that what Oliver's deal was with the FBI, which if you knew about it, you know that he made a deal with that if they catch Diaz, he will go to prison instead of his entire team. They will all get immunity, and that's basically the gist of the ending of the episode. Oliver gets put in handcuffs, and of course we lose Quentin. Quentin dies. Now obviously we know that the actor who plays Quentin, he's going to be leaving the show, but I'm pretty sure eventually they'll bring him back, maybe in flashbacks, or they'll have another Earth version of him come into the show eventually. I think, you know, down the road, not now, not in season 7, maybe season 8, whatever. He'll come back, or maybe even 9, or whoever. Maybe he won't come back. I don't know. But I think Quentin will eventually come back as a character. I don't know how, but who knows. You know, a lot of people die in these shows and don't die, but who knows. And then there was another thing I liked about this episode that I was kind of right about. He was going to tell the whole city that he was the Green Arrow. So that happened. He just at the end of it, he tells everybody, which is cool. The only negative I have about this entire arc of the season was the fact with the whole, oh yay, he's gonna get convicted again, but technically he got, you know, freed, and he's gonna get convicted again. It just kept repeating itself over and over again. It's like, really, you're gonna keep throwing this whole he's the Green Arrow, he's the vigilante crime on him, even with the FBI doing it as well. It's kind of like, yeah, they need to follow the law as well as also, but go figure. Overall, this whole season has been great. I love the season. This is now my favorite season besides season 1. It was season 3 for a long time. I know a lot of people don't like that season, but I think this one overtakes that one a lot. So for me, it's season 1, season 6 obviously is number 1 now, and then number 1. Then it goes 3, 2, and then 4. So, and then 5. So there you go. That's how my order is. But this season, like I said, has been great. You know, minus certain moments with the secondary team doing their thing, arguing with Oliver when they know clearly he's right. You know, I love the arc what he had with Felicity and his son William. That was great. Diaz was a great villain. He had depth to his character. He wasn't this one-dimensional villain who just like always, yeah, I just want to kill him because he killed my father or my uncle, whoever. You know, he was that. He didn't want revenge. He just wanted to take over a city. He was a guy who came from nothing and he wanted power, and that's what he got. You know, that's what he did. The guy came. He was from an orphanage. And if you watch that episode, that's why I liked about his origin episode a lot, because it showed he went from nothing to being like a loser, and then he goes and grows his empire, and he gets everything he wants. Is like, and he still wants more. That's a great villain. It's great, you know. But like I said, overall, Stephen Amell I think is born to play Green Arrow. I mean, I can't see anybody else play him. I mean, eventually they'll do something with the movies, I guess. But overall, had a lot of fun with the season. Season 7 is gonna be fun. Now, I think the first half of it is gonna be Diaz bringing in I forgot the name of the team. Like, there's supposed to be like another type of assassins that even the League of Assassins are afraid of. So he's gonna bring them in for like the first arc of this season. I don't know anything officially, but this is what my guess is of what's gonna happen in season 7. He's gonna fight Oliver again. Oliver's gonna get out of prison. There's no way he's gonna stay in prison for the half of the season. I think the ratings will literally drop if that does happen. He'll get out probably episode 1, 2, or 3. One of those, or maybe even episode 5 for all I know. I'll stretch it to 5. If he gets out by 5, it's good. If it goes to 10, then alright. As long as the story, you know, makes sense of why he's still in jail. Maybe he's gonna recruit some people in that jail. Apparently he's in a famous prison in the DC Comics. He's in one of the prisons that, you know, where, you know, in Gotham City, because it's a famous prison in Gotham where they even lock up the Penguin there. Because remember, Penguin's not crazy in Gotham City. He's more a businessman, more of a he's crazy with power kind of thing. So that's why they always lock him up. So that's kind of interesting. I mean, I'm not saying he's gonna be in the show, but that's kind of cool that he's in that prison. I'm pretty sure, since now that this whole Batwoman thing is gonna happen, they're gonna say that this prison is in Gotham to set up the new season, which would be insane for the next crossover, because that's apparently what the next crossover is about, Batwoman and Gotham City. So if he's there, that's cool. If he's not, well, they'll eventually bring in Gotham eventually, because it's gonna happen anyway. But overall, like I said, I'm looking forward to season 7 to see what the heck is gonna happen. You know, for some reason I was watching the episode again, and I know Quentin kind of is dead, but I wonder if we're gonna get a funeral scene with him. Because if we don't get a funeral scene with him, that doesn't mean he's dead. Maybe they just faking his death. Possibility, you know. Like I said, I mean, the actor who plays him is gonna leave the show, so they can do something with that, saying that maybe him and Laura went to Earth 2 or whatever. I mean, I think she's gonna stay in this Earth, obviously, because Sarah was there at the end of it. But who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen in season 7? I just cannot wait. You know what's gonna happen with Felicity and William. What are they gonna be? How are they gonna react to? Obviously, Felicity's heartbroken that he's going to prison anyway. What's the team gonna do? What's Diggle gonna do? So many questions going into season 7. We're just gonna have to wait to see what happens when we get the trailer. Probably at Comic-Con or New York Comic-Con or whatever it is that they're gonna show the first trailer. The crossover is gonna happen in December. That's gonna be fun. But overall, as the season has now come to an end, great season. Love this season. I love Arrow. This is my favorite show on TV right now. So I cannot wait. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about the season finale, and what did you guys thought about the season of itself. Did you guys like it? Did you guys never like the last previous season and this got you back into it? Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought. Thank you very much and have a good day.